Are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Welcome to another episode of The Outlet, brought to you by NBA Live 19. Start your career in the league and become the #1 pick, just like DeAndre Ayton in NBA Live 19. When you continue to work on your skills, you'll get the chance to beat the NBA's best. Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Lindsay Smith, and this week, our special guest is DeAndre Ayton. The first thing is just you've got All-Star Weekend coming up. It's the first time you'll be participating in All-Star Weekend, representing the Suns in the Rising Stars Challenge. How excited are you for that opportunity?
Yeah, being selected in the Rising Stars Challenge is actually a dream. First seeing it, I think, in 2015, 2016, just being in that environment and just being on that spotlight is so insane. Like, everybody's watching you. And, that's the stage to be at and, show your best abilities and just perform to the highest.
And just another testament to the rookie season that you're having here with the Suns. How has that been for you, just kind of going from college to the NBA and navigating that whole world as a professional basketball player now?
Right now, I'm just trying to figure out, I know we're not having a good season right now, but I'm still learning. All the guys on the team are still learning, and, we just know we have to put in a lot of work. We have to play for each other as always, and, it's hard to win in this league. And, we just have to play for each other every night and just be coachable.
And kind of on that same note, we'll head into some of our fan questions here. So it's time for Player Mailbag. And DeAndre, the very first question comes from Tommy, and he wants to know, you've had success at both the college and NBA levels, kind of following up on that. What's been the hardest aspect of the NBA that you weren't expecting coming into this league?
I'll probably say the competitiveness. Playing your heart out almost every night. There's no breaks, and usually you think you can get over on the team, but you really can't. You really have to just compete to the best of your abilities, take care of your body on and off the court, and just be ready to go out and perform. Opportunities waiting for anybody.
How have you seen the differences in how you're managing that, taking care of your body? Or have you changed your diet? Are you doing anything different, like lifting or working out wise?
I most definitely changed my diet. Lifting wise, I tried my best to not lift too much, but lift before the game and after the game. It's always good to keep your muscles going, and just trying to eat the best things. Sometimes I fall off my schedule on a diet, but I try to stay disciplined and follow the schedule, and just try to be great. That's it.
Is it a little bit of a sweet tooth, or
it's usually all the time a sweet tooth.
Okay.
I always use the excuse I'm going to burn it off in practice anyway. So yeah.
I can relate to you. Okay, your next question is from Hayden, and they want to know, when are you going to start shooting some three-pointers in the NBA? Because we know we've seen it at practice. Everyone's really excited to see it happen on the actual floor.
I'm a rhythm type of guy. I'll probably just start inside, outside, just establish myself down low and then just stretch the floor depending on how the game goes. But if I need to stay down low, I'll stay down low.
Perfect. Then Alex wants to know, if you could spend a day with your favorite NBA player, 1, who would it be? And 2, what would you guys do?
Most definitely Hakeem Olajuwon, just learning his footwork and how he got by guys down low in the post. And, just how he just played so hard, on both ends of the floor. And, just, having that same passion for so long playing the same sport.
We're going to take a quick break to remind you that The Outlet is brought to you by NBA Live 19. And as a thank you for listening in, we're giving away a copy of NBA Live 19 to one lucky listener. Now, if you want to enter, all you have to do is head over to one of the Suns' social media channels. It could be Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and drop a comment saying it's live underneath one of the promotions of this week's episode with DeAndre Ayton, and we'll pick one lucky winner. Brock asked, when did you start playing basketball, and when did you know you were good enough to make a career out of it?
I started playing basketball at the age of 13, and really 8th grade, 14, when I started getting really good. I got good pretty fast in about 4 days, and I just started falling in love, and I started to see the exposure I can get from people and the attention I was getting. And, I'm a Leo. We love attention. So I just kept on working harder and harder to keep getting recognition. So, yeah.
Was there anybody specifically when you first started playing that was really like one of the champions to help you succeed in basketball?
I mean, there's a lot of coaches I've that taught me the game of basketball. I've had two coaches mainly in my life, one that taught me all straight fundamentals and one just taught me how to be a monster on the court.
Very cool. All right. Hader wants to know what your thoughts are on your rookie season, and is there someone specific that you would like to train with this summer?
Yeah, my rookie season, I think my rookie season is going all right. I still have a lot of games left, to really, polish it up a little bit. And, who I would like to work out, probably, I don't know, possibility. I would like to, hear from Shaq, KG, I'll say David Robinson, Mutombo. Some got great guys.
You're going a little bit old school with it, right?
Yeah. Just to just to bring that physicality back and how they dominated down low, to make guys fear them. And Mutombo, he's blocking shots and knowing how to use his length and size around the rim. So yeah.
Do you ever think you'll have like a signature post dunk, post block move?
I think I have a signature already. Is when I yell. That's
okay.
About it. I have that raw idea.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's something I do common when I dunk the ball or get a block.
Nice. Okay. Edward asked, what is your favorite part about living in Phoenix?
Oh, it's quiet here to me. Where I live, it's very quiet and peaceful. And, it's just Phoenix has a lot of, it feels like a home to me since I've been here for so long. And, everybody, I don't know, I think everybody knows me. And, it just feels warm and welcome, to be honest. That, I've been here almost my whole life. I know everything around Arizona, and I just don't feel lost. I just feel like I'm supposed to be here. Yeah.
Just home sweet home.
Yeah.
I love it. Tommy asked, who has been the toughest center in the NBA that you've faced so far this season?
Toughest center, nobody really. I don't think everybody's really like, really going at me. I don't think they was really going at me. They were just really playing the game. I haven't really see their full, their full competitive mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I just felt they were going through the motions each center I played. So yeah, they just did what they had to do.
We'll report back at the end of the season or maybe next year.
Yeah, yeah.
Anthony wants to know what helps motivate you to get up every single morning.
Most definitely remembering where I came from. There's times where I will play the video game probably the whole day, probably from 10 o'clock to probably 6 o'clock. I know that's bad. I get breaks, though. I do my breaks. But, just remembering, the only reason I'm fortunate now is because I work so hard to get here. So that's one thing I keep in the back of my head. And, I always remind my family to make sure that they're on their, tippy toes and on top of their responsibilities that, this didn't come easy. And, we had to work for this. So let's just keep it going to maintain it.
Tell me a little bit about that. What was that like for your family to obviously move to a completely different country, put so much emphasis and so much support with your basketball career? What was that like going through that?
Yeah, it was tough. A lot of sacrifices, a lot. And, my mom and dad letting me come to the United States alone at the age of 12, 7th grader, come out here alone and live with host families. Is a huge sacrifice. My mom would try to call me every day and cry, say how much she misses me. But as a young kid, I knew what I wanted. And, I knew what my parents were going through trying to provide for us. And, I just knew the struggle, basically. And when I came over here, I knew not only was it a, scholarship for just education, but I want to, pursuing something, and it was basketball.
What was that like, living with a family that you had never met before?
I went through so many families. It was so many ups and downs, so many problems, and it just wasn't treating me right. And there's a thing where I just couldn't communicate to anybody because I had no cell phone. My parents were just out of it. They'll probably hear from me once or twice from a host mom, and it was just something that I always kept as a motivation. And the pain I felt when I'm sad or I felt like I've been treated unfairly, I just use it on the court.
The next question is, have you ever thought about going back to school to finish your degree after your NBA career is over?
Yeah, most definitely. It's going to take a while, but I'm going to try to do as much online classes as possible. I've been talking to U of A about it. And, you know, it's just something to fall back on because, you know, as a young kid, you know, just listening to older guys tell me that, you know, one day the basketball will go flat. And, you know, that's something I always kept in the back of my mind, trying to find something that I love just as much as basketball.
Have you figured out what that might be?
It's a few things, you know. I like to talk a lot, so definitely I would love to talk about basketball. But I'll have to, you know, be pretty good at this sport to, you know, really be up there where Shaq and everybody is at. And, you know, the other thing, I'm pretty good at drawing. I'm into architecture. Yeah, my dad and older brother were architects, and I used to love just seeing the blueprint on how stuff were made. So I got deep into that. So I have an app on my computer that I do SketchUp on and just build these weird buildings.
That is so cool. One of these days you're going to have to show us some of those blueprints, and we'll have to dive more into that because that's really neat. Okay, last question I got for you because I know you got to get on the plane. Kevin wants to know, do you eat mac and cheese with a spoon or a fork? This is a big time question here.
Well, I eat it with a fork.
Same. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Attaboy, DeAndre. Perfect. That's the best way to end this because I'm on board 100% with forks and mac and cheese. DA, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And we'll see you this weekend in North Carolina.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Once again, a big thank you to DeAndre Ayton for stopping by this week's episode of The Outlet, brought to you by NBA Live 19. We'll see you guys next time.